Hi guys, how we doing? Right, we are in Camden, we're at the Roebuck and we are about to watch Nick Field on stage doing some of his stand-up comedy. Hope you enjoy it. Ooh.
Now, I've been trying to avoid my inevitable fate of becoming a bingo caller, and so I've been trying some other stuff in the meantime. Teacher, public speaker, cult leader. To be honest with you, if I were to start a cult, it wouldn't be like a violent cult or anything like that. I just want to meet some other people who have the same problem as me, is that people take one look at me and immediately assume my ability to fix their computer. But yes, I then have to break the bad news to them that sadly, I do not have a t-shirt saying your motherboard's gonna love me. I do not look at any laptop and think, oh, the upgrade I could give you with a good RAM. Oh good, a few people who work in IT have got that. And I do not brag about how I can make your hardware more firm and your firmware more. I really need to rethink that one. So how are we all getting on about being in complete denial about how it's nearly the end of March? Yeah, April Fool's Day next week, and it really feels like April Fool's Day when it arrives, doesn't it? And for anyone asks, no, it's not actually April Fool's Day right now. But there's not a lot happens in March, really, does it? There's two notable things about March.
You're watching the 80s and 90s Retro Collector.
Subscribe to 80s and 90s Retro Collector. Boom. Yeah.
We're now watching 80s and 90s Retro Collector.
Right.
You are watching the 80s and 90s Retro Collector.
One is St. Patrick's Day. I agree. Where we all drink Guinness and remind ourselves that a nation that somehow only has 3 million inhabitants, yet still managed to give us both Louis Walsh and Bono, isn't actually that bad. Also, what happens at this time of year? Mothering Sunday. Any mothers in the house?
Yeah, just me.
You were louder than when I did that last time. It was almost like, yay!
Hello, it's me, Brawling Badger, star of Ballymoran, Drained and Essex FBI Investigates, and you are watching the 80s and 90s Retro Collector. Have fun and don't forget to like, share and subscribe and enjoy the video.
Hello everybody, you are watching the 80s and 90s Retro Collector. Make sure you subscribe. Wah!
Safe this coming Sunday from Oil of Olay, which has to be the Lynx Africa gift set of Mother's Day presents. Oh my goodness, I grew up in the 90s and it was around this time of year that we were constantly being told to get our mums Oil of Olay, Oil of Ulay as it was known back then, because yeah, you know, it's like what every mum wants for Mother's Day is to be mistaken for her children's big sister. Yes. I mean, one thing I would say is, I mean, if I had gotten my mum anti-aging cream for Mother's Day, it kind of would have done its job because she would have thrown the biggest teenage temper tantrum I have ever seen. Yes. And I'll be spending the next Monday in foster care. Right. So yeah, that's March. I'll think of some stuff to talk about in April. But yes, I will finish off by saying that when I told one of my colleagues at work that I was getting into stand-up comedy, he immediately went to "Oh, but you can't joke about anything these days." And I said, "Wow, if I repeat this exact conversation in a mocking tone of voice, it'd be the perfect way to finish my set." He said, "What?" And I was like, "Perfect." Thank you very much, everyone.
Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back. It's Phil here from the Phil Crew Show. You're currently watching 80s and 90s Retro Collector. My topic today, I'm currently talking about collecting stickers, sticker albums, collecting magazines back between the 80s and all the way from the early 90s to mid to late 90s, I'd say. Now, those collections that I had back in the day, I'd say probably about early part of the 90s to mid to late 90s would be football. In football stickers and football cards back in the time would be regarded now as retro collection. So yeah, I'd say I had at the time was part of Capcom Street Fighter 2, and other characters that part of Street Fighter 2, the sticker album, and also football stickers and cards I had back in the day in the early to mid to late 90s, all the way through. All the football teams, not just the World Cup, but also Premier League football. I also swapped, and not just swapped, but also collected wrestling WWF superstars. Back then, cards and stickers. They had WrestleMania, WWF, not just WrestleMania, but SummerSlam. Oh my goodness. And not forgetting XXL, as in the hip hop magazine at the time. I used to get a subscription of them on a monthly. And also I got a monthly at my local shop, should I say Martin's or McCall at the time. I used to get them on a monthly basis back in the day, in my early teens. My goodness, I never forget that, when I'd pick up a magazine off the shelf, middle shelf. Oh my goodness, I'd always see Slam and XXL basketball magazines, and Martial Arts Illustrated with the one and only Bob Sykes, the editor, who I happened to have the pleasure and honour of interviewing on one of my shows and episodes on my show, on the Phil Carew Show, going back a few years now. I think it's only about a couple of years ago. And other than that, say, in regards to other collections, as far as I am aware, I think it was more things like gaming stuff I mentioned. As you can hear in the background, Meg's currently watching the programme, so excuse that and some other noise in the background, but I thought I'd have a bit of fun. I'd come out here. I'm actually in the hallway having a good chat with you guys. It's about the only kind of one of the quietest spots in my apartment. So, other than that, further ado, just to finish this and to top it off, the next topic I'd like to talk upon is actually getting some figures and some other memorabilia in the near foreseeable future, and that's something to do with not just wrestling, but things like Knight Rider. I'd like to get, my plan is to get Knight Rider watch, and also some Ghostbusters figures, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh my goodness, wow, the actual van, retro van itself. And the villains, Bebop and Rocksteady and Shredder, and you've got Master Splinter, and the four brothers, the Ninja Turtles themselves, Leonardo, Raphael, Michelangelo and Donatello. And don't forget, check out, I know it's rather dark for some, but there's a comic, if you haven't heard of it, of those who are new to it. I know there's a up and coming film, but you read the comic because you'll understand what it's about. The Last Ronin, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin. Now, it's got a different twist to it, to what we're most used to seeing in the 80s and 90s in regards to our fun-loving heroes in a half shell. So check out The Last Ronin. Check it out with the comics, have a good read, and then those who are already aware of it will understand where I'm coming from in regards to the up and coming film that'll be coming out, The Last Ronin. Alright folks, loving you, love you and leave you, adios, ciao, bye for now. Cookie, cookie, cookie!
You're watching 80s and 90s Retro Collector.
You are now watching 80s and 90s Retro Collectors.
You're watching 80s and 90s Retro Collectors.
You're watching 80s and 90s Retro Collector.
You're watching the 80s and 90s Retro Collector.
You're watching 80s and 90s Retro Collector.
You are watching the 80s and 90s Retro Collector.
Thank you.
Boom.
Sweet.
You're watching the 80s and 90s Retro Collector.
Subscribe to 80s and 90s Retro Collector. Boom.
You're watching the 80s and 90s Retro Collector. So come through.
Hi, my name is Daniel Ingram and I'm an actor, and I was in Star Wars A Rogue One Story. I played two characters, a Death Trooper and a Partisan. And I'd like to say hello to all my fans, and especially 80s and 90s Retro Collector. Thank you.
You're watching the 80s and 90s Retro Collector.
You're watching the 80s and 90s Retro Collector. Come on!
Hello everybody, you are watching the 80s and 90s Retro Collector. Make sure you subscribe. Whoa!
'80s and 90s Retro Collector. Not just a channel about action figures, but a channel where action figures.
What have we stopped here for? What's the matter with that space over there?
It's too tight.
Too tight? You can land a jumbo fucking jet in there.
You are a smelly pirate hooker.
You look like a blueberry.
Why don't you go back to your home on Whore Island?
Well, you have bad hair.
What did you say?
I said your hair looks stupid.
Oh, is Homer there?
Homer who?
Homer sexual.
Wait 1 second, let me check. Homosexual? Come on. One of you guys has gotta be homosexual.
Hi guys, welcome to this video. So, we got these cats and we're gonna visit them to here to there.
Okay. I'm here tonight.
Right, you gotta fucking compose.
There's someone in the back there. Charlie, check the back, will you? Do you want to jump out, mate? Jump out the vehicle, please.
Oh, come on, mate, out you come.
Been in trouble with the police before?
Got anything on
you shouldn't have?
Whoa, I'm not grabbing or anything. Just step round the side.
Help's gone to the shop,
Let's just put it up against the...
Search him, will you?
Charlie, you know, but same scenario every single day, man. I don't get a break with you lot.
You laugh with you, eh?
Shona.
So nasty, said I said, I wear her in. She tea towel.
Who's that, Shona?
T-shirt. You said, where's my present? Hello. So I said, yeah, a t-shirt and shorts. He went,
Shona, who is that on the phone?
where's my toy?
Who?
Where's my toy? I said, no, I got you a t-shirt and shorts. He went,
Hello, Huey, look.
like that.
Is it Huey on the phone?
So before he went, I said, you going on holiday? Yeah. So I said, get Nanny a present. He looked at me and he said, I'll get you some clothes. Good enough to say you got me clothes, you didn't get me a toy.
Oh.
Oh, you weren't impressed.
Yeah, and she like that little girl on the telly.
Shona.
Yeah.
I used to ring her for it.
Coco, where you going, you thief? Come here.
Where are you off to?
Show Daddy how you're going to clap. Shana is ready to join in on the clap. Show Daddy how you're going to clap. That's it. You're going to have another little clap. Happy birthday, Huey. Shana?
Birthday to Dory.
Louder, say happy birthday, Huey.
Now don't press that. Say
You might have to try a few times.
happy birthday, Huey.
Happy birthday, Dory.
First line is, my name is Claude. So just repeat after me. Je m'appelle Claude.
Je découpe plow.
It's not quite what I'm saying.
Sounds exactly the same to me.
All right, let's just try it again.
Okay.
Really listen.
Got it.
Je m'appelle Claude.
Je te floop flee.
Let's try it one syllable at a time. Je m'appelle.
Pel.
Great. Okay, faster. Je m'appelle.
Pel.
Je m'appelle.
Me poo-poo.
You're not speaking French! It's too hard. I can't teach you.
What are you doing?
I have to go before I put your head through a wall.
Don't go, I need you! My audition is tomorrow! Cha blah blah! Me la pi! Umbra!
Hello there. trial test number 1. So, Jasper, what's your thoughts on this one? Eat the microphone. That's what I thought. No, it's not an ice cream, son. Cut!
You're watching the 80s and 90s Retro Collector. You're watching the 80s and 90s Retro Collector.
Right, but actually laugh because he's hurt himself and you're laughing. He just went to jump on the chair and fell off it, and you finding it hilarious.